Hello. This is the Vietnam Social News Update for September 22nd, 2025. Date of news coverage, September 22nd, 2025. Top headlines. Vietnam is entering the final quarter of the year with significant developments in politics, trade, and social welfare. The government has unveiled new economic policies aimed at boosting private sector growth, while cultural events are being staged nationwide to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. On the international front, Vietnam continues to balance strong ties with its ASEAN partners and major global powers. Domestically, concerns over inflation and housing affordability are receiving heightened attention. Social debates around education reform and environmental conservation are also becoming more pronounced, reflecting the country's evolving priorities. These stories, and more, set the stage for today's update. Politics. The National Assembly is preparing for its October session, with lawmakers expected to debate key amendments to Vietnam's land law. This is seen as one of the most pressing political issues of 2025, as the law will directly impact farmers, real estate investors, and local governments. Observers note that disputes over land compensation have been a recurring source of social tension, and a reformed framework could bring more transparency to the process. At the same time, the government has reaffirmed its commitment to administrative reform. A nationwide push is underway to reduce bureaucratic hurdles for businesses and streamline digital governance services. The Ministry of Home Affairs has pledged to expand online portals for citizens, aiming to cut waiting times and improve access to essential public services. Economy. Vietnam's economy remains resilient, with GDP growth projected to hold steady above 6% for 2025. The latest figures from the Ministry of Planning and Investment show strong exports in textiles, footwear, and electronics. However, economists warn that inflationary pressures remain a challenge, particularly in food and housing. The State Bank of Vietnam has signaled cautious monetary policies, balancing between maintaining economic stability and encouraging credit growth. Meanwhile, private investors are paying close attention to the government's ongoing support for high-tech industries, renewable energy, and infrastructure upgrades. These sectors are seen as the backbone of Vietnam's long-term economic strategy. Society and culture. Across the country, families are preparing for the Mid-Autumn Festival, one of Vietnam's most beloved traditions. Markets are filled with colorful lanterns, mooncakes, and festive decorations. Schools and community centers are hosting cultural events, highlighting traditional music, lion dances, and storytelling sessions for children. Beyond the festivities, social discussions continue around education reform. Parents and teachers are voicing concerns about student workloads and the balance between academic rigor and creative development. The Ministry of Education is under pressure to modernize the curriculum, while still preserving cultural values. Environmental awareness is also growing, with grassroots campaigns calling for reduced plastic waste during festivals and community gatherings. International relations. Vietnam is playing an increasingly active role on the global stage. This week, Hanoi hosted a regional conference on maritime security, emphasizing cooperation among ASEAN states to maintain peace and stability in the South China Sea. The discussions included not only security, but also sustainable fisheries management and climate resilience. In addition, Vietnam is expanding its trade diplomacy. Recent agreements with the European Union and Japan are being implemented, offering new opportunities for Vietnamese exporters. At the same time, the United States and China remain important partners, with Vietnam carefully balancing relations to protect its economic and strategic interests. Analysts suggest that Vietnam's pragmatic diplomacy continues to strengthen its reputation as a reliable partner in a turbulent global environment. Thank you for listening to the Vietnam Social News Update. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see you again tomorrow. Disclaimer. This news summary is based on publicly available reports and rewritten uniquely for Vietnam social news.